Do you often get into conflict with your teenagers about the language they use with their friends in social media, or the lifestyle they adopt, or the clothes they choose, or the cultures they follow? Well, then this video is for you, because in this video I'm going to talk about the cultural clashes, especially Indian parents face sometime with their teenagers, and also I'm going to bring 6 effective ways how you can deal with these situations mindfully and powerfully. Hi, I am Piali, teen empowerment coach, founder of Mission Empowering Mind, mom of a teenager, have been working with the teenagers and parents over decades. So I have seen the perspective from both the parents as well as from the teenagers. So the guidance I am bringing from my own experience and my understanding of teen psychology, and from my own true Indian spiritual soul. A study by Tata Institute of Social Science shows that 50 to 70% of Indian parents feel that their teenagers are missing to carry the root cultures, and they are detrimentally influenced by Western cultures. Whereas another comprehensive study by UNICEF shows that 67% of Indian teens feel that they are misunderstood or not understood by their parents on the daily social challenges they experience. So, where is the gap? To mitigate this gap, it is important to understand the teen psychology a bit. Teenage is the preparation time for adulthood. It is the time to test new ideas, new things, new styles, and to try autonomousity. Now, what is needed from the teenagers is respect to the experiences, or respect towards the people who have experiences. What is needed from the parents is to be non-judgmental and to make our teenagers aware about the changes happening in their brain, and help them to understand that these changes can bring lot of fresh ideas. At the same time, it can incur some risks as well. So it is very important for them, for the teenagers, to be mindful before making their choices. Now, this particular video is made mainly for the parents. However, I have a plan to make video for the teenagers on the same topic. In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 very powerful tips what can help the parents to deal with such situations effectively and mindfully. So let's get into that. Tip number 1, critical thinking. Be open-minded to listen to your teenagers' perspective about traditionalism and modernity, and encourage them to research, because our teenagers are very good in researching something through internet. So let's encourage them to research on the traditions which is still there, which is still popular or famous. Why those traditions didn't get extinct and still people follow them? Let us encourage them to research on that. And why not incorporating some modernity with the traditionalism without disrupting the core values? For an example, if your teenager loves to cook, why not encouraging them to make a mango cheesecake in the occasion of Vaishakhi or Vishu, because this is not going to reduce the importance or the essence of those particular events. Rather, it's going to increase some interest in your teenager about those events, about those rituals, right? Tip number 2, open communication. It is must to have regular family conversation with open-mindedness and with a complete non-judgmental environment, because open and non-judgmental communication can help our youngsters to ask questions within themselves and to express their thoughts about the pros and cons on the choices they are going to make. Tip number 3, flexible cultural practices. Check the real significance and depth of the cultural practices you hold within yourself, my dear parents. Some of the unnecessary ancestral conditioning sometimes also seem to be value to us adults. So it's the time. We need to check with a complete open mind that truly how much important those cultural practices are even today, and why, and sharing those with our teenagers with a logical sense, because our teenagers truly love logics, right? Tip number 4, set an example. Live your own values. For an example, if you are a smoker and you don't want your child to get into that habit, then chances are high that at first you need to quit that habit before you talk about that to your teenager. Tip number 5, environment and society. Teenage is the time to establish social identity. You might have observed that your teenager is trying some new style or adopting some new style to look cool or to fit into their social group. It is once again a very common psychological trait among the teenagers because they are trying to create their social identity. So as a parent, it is your responsibility and authority to arrange the right environment and right people for them, because their social group could be much more influential for them than you right now at this teenage. And finally, tip number 6, be mindful. My dear parents, take a pause from your daily life and try to find out the teenager sitting inside you. Try to feel that teenager who also crossed some boundaries sometimes. The social scenarios have changed, but if we can be mindful and if we can look at the present need with the right combination of empathy and education, we can change the game. But if we enforce and demand the external outcome from our teenagers without any internal solidity, then chances are high that the more we are going to do that, the more they are going to disregard the values, the roots, and the cultures, and going to create a disconnected life. What is your experience in this regard? If you have some more experience and more tips, please share it in the comments. It is going to help everyone. Would love to read that. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe our channel. And if you want to know more about resolving parents and teenagers conflicts, please join our masterclass, our free workshop. The link is given in the description, where we are going to bring some eye-opening insights about especially teen parenting. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching us, and stay tuned. See you once again in our next video. Bye bye. Pyali.